Good morning, everyone. So I'm Anushka Agrawal, and I'm here to introduce you to the basics of Swift UI and how it works, and share my experience with you guys. So getting started, the first question comes here is like what options do we have to develop an application when we are working on an Apple platform like Mac OS or Watch or an say smartphone. So we have a lot of options, like some of them I'm familiar with, like Flutter, React Native, Swift UI, Xamarin, Swift itself, Objective-C, a lot of them. So today we are going to discuss Swift UI, which basically works with Swift. It's a wrapper on Swift. So first we need to understand what Swift is. It's an object-oriented programming which was introduced by Apple to simplify the development on iOS platform. Like initially we used Objective-C, but then they introduced Swift to simplify things. It's an open source, and you can develop applications for watch, TV, and everything which works on Apple platform. Now we come to the point, what is Swift UI? So Apple introduced a new framework which is a wrapper of Swift, and it basically, I told you, they introduced Swift to simplify the coding in Objective-C. Now they are introducing Swift UI to simplify the coding in Swift. Okay, they are just trying to make it more developer friendly to build applications on iOS native. But yeah, that's simple, but how? So there are some features of Swift UI which tell us like why we should use it. So the first of them is declarative syntax. So through the declarative syntax, we get some inbuilt components. Okay, so we can just, like here you can see, if I want to create a navigation view, I don't have to write all the code. I just can use a component given by, like, it's available to me by Swift UI. I can just use that, which is declarative syntax. The second is live preview. So if you change something here, let's say I want to change the navigation bar title, so I'll say just to do. It's changed here. And like for now, I can't add a task here. It's a text field. Okay. The stop view has a text field. We can see that later. But now I want to enter a task here. So for that, I'll have to run it in an emulator. No, I can just do this. And now it's live. And I can enter it, and I can check it from Canvas only. I don't have to run an emulator to check this, which is, I think, really amazing. The third thing is design tools. So we have this icon here. If you click on this, we have all the components given by Swift UI, and you can just drag and drop. You can just drop it, and you have it. Like you have all the parameters, you have all the syntax you need to use. So this I found very, very easy and very developer friendly. Now we have simplified animations. So I'll show you. I have created an example like here. Okay, we just add a button, which I added by dropping only. Like, yeah, I can just do this. See, it's easy. So now to create the animation, all I had to do is the action I want to perform the button on click, I just had to wrap it in the with animation thing, and I had to give it a duration and the type of animation which I can change. Like I have all the options, ease and out or something. And when I click on this, it works good. So it has simplified the animations a lot. Now this is a code to write hello world, how are you in Swift. And this is the code in Swift UI. So I think that clearly shows why you should use Swift UI. The lesser lines of code. Now I'll just show you how to create a project in Swift UI. Let's say we just create a project. Okay. Let's just see. Okay. Sorry. So you just choose this single view app. I just put it anything, dummy. Okay. So next, yeah, I can just create a new one here. Yeah, just experiments, create. Just take some time. Yeah, we have it here. Now in a new project, what we have is an app delegate, a scene delegate, and a content view. So where do I write my UI logic? And if I write in my UI logic in content view, let's say, then what does scene delegate and app delegate do? So let's see. Actually, initially there was only app delegate, but in the latest version of Swift, they divided that app delegate in two parts: app delegate and scene delegate. So app delegate has all the lifecycle methods it need to launch an application. The first method called by when you click on application, the first method called is this: did finish launching. Okay, so it you can definitely override, like you can add your logic also here if you want to change something in launching things. And the scene delegate, when we are navigating to a new screen or we are creating a new view, then this it calls the scene delegate methods. So they just divided the works in two files. And in content view, that's the file you need to work on. It has all the UI. You can just zoom in. You can definitely see. It has the canvas. And you can change it. So it does have all the UI part, like this one. In this, I have all in my content view, everything. Okay. So this is how it works. Now, moving further. The next question which came in my mind when I was exploring Swift UI, okay, like, yeah, it's good, it works fine, and it has some advantages over Swift, so I'll use Swift UI. But if I can use Flutter, then why I go to Swift or Swift UI or anything in native? So yeah, like theoretically we know it gives smooth performance, better speed, flexibility, and yeah, it improves the user experience because it can just access the system libraries like directly without using any method channels or any bridge. So here I have a performance report which I took reference from CodeMagic, and here I can show you, like, if you are creating a native application in Swift, and like I have some experience in Flutter, so I'm comparing it with Flutter. Maybe I can explore more and compare it with other technologies later. So with Flutter, we can see the difference in build time. How much difference? When we build it for the first time, the native is taking only 13 seconds on average, while Flutter is going to 32 seconds. And in the incremental build also, like in Flutter, it's hot to refresh. It's taking 8 and 3, which is like a major difference. And in the reload time, here we have, so this is the difference between Swift and Flutter. But if you're using Swift UI, you have live preview, so you won't have to reload every time, right? So that doesn't take any time. That's like 1 second maximum. So I think that will be advantage of Swift UI over Swift, and the advantage of Swift over Flutter or any hybrid framework, I'll say. On CI/CD, yeah, like CodeMagic doesn't have support for Swift, so that's only for, like, in the right we have Flutter and then left we have Swift. So it takes a major difference time. App size, in Swift we have only 23.2 MB app size, and in Flutter we have 52.4. Like we created a just simple application with one screen which was saying hello world. That was the screen, okay, and it took so much difference in that only. So disadvantages, like all disadvantages of native, it doesn't have any, I think. All it takes is, it takes some time, or maybe cost of development is higher, which may not be in a technical disadvantage. I don't think it does have any technical disadvantage. If anyone thinks, like, they can lighten me. And yeah, the maintenance is a bit costly. Thank you. And yeah, there is one more thing. I'm sorry, I just forgot. Yeah, so we just saw the performance comparison, right? So here I have created an example. In this, I have created a 3D model in Swift UI. Okay, so this is very smooth. The user experience is very smooth. I can just, like, I have this on emulator also. You can just do this. That's very smooth. And I have created the same thing in Flutter. So I'll like to show you the user experience difference. This is the same thing in Flutter. And yeah, it barely moves because Flutter doesn't support 3D models. Why? Because it doesn't support OpenGL library. So that's a point. In native, you have a support for a lot of libraries. You don't need to use third parties, right? That just gives you overload. But in native, you don't have that, and you can just access the device storage, device features very easily, which I think is a very good advantage over Flutter or React Native. I won't say React Native because I'm not very familiar with React Native, just Flutter. Yeah. Okay.